Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the OceanBlock series, episode 52. Glad you could join us today. Don't forget to like the video and do not forget to subscribe. A lot of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel. Please hit that bell notification to get notified when the next OceanBlocks episode comes out. All right. Now that's all out of the way. Guys, thanks for showing up. Today, I've got some interesting things that I have found out. In between episodes, I've been working on playing with things, going through JEI, and these are a little new. So, let's just give an update on our Singularity. So our our matter condenser is going through and popping out singularities like it is going out of style, and we have accumulated, while I was kind of playing, 7,000 singularities, which is just mind blowing. It's just insane. This is awesome. So, crazy amount. Now, there are a few new items on the board here. We do have the electro silicon, which I'm manually creating. I'm not 100% happy with this. There, maybe automate it. It's a pretty simple craft, so maybe I might not. And I also have these the vacuum tubes, which I was kind of playing around with, trying to figure things out. I wasn't 100% sure on how that was gonna pan out, so I went ahead and created a couple, and they're pretty simple, really. So over here, I built a coke oven. So I needed the coke oven for creosote. And so I have creosote being pumped down to an ender tank, which is going into our system so that we can grab it out at any point in time. But we need the creosote to craft this engineer's workbench. Wow. Can't talk this morning. This is what creates our vacuum tube. All right, helicopter. Helicopter on top of that llama. That's awesome. That was a phantom that just died. So you need a engineer's blueprint that crafts components, and you place the components in there, and then it'll start to craft those items. Now, I went ahead and crafted some of them. And for the vacuum tube, you need glass, which we have a lot of. We are auto crafting that. Nickel plate, which I am creating that, and I'll show you how. And then also copper wire. Now, we could go ahead and create, let's see here. Oops, sorry. If I click on this, we can take nickel and put it through an engineer hammer, or we can make a metal press, which then has basically a press that creates this. So one ingot into a plate. Now, Tinkers has got a way of doing it automatically by creating, if we just create one plate, we could automate the system very easily using Tinkers, and it'll take one ingot and make into a nickel plate. That's the option I decided to go with. That goes the same with the copper wire. Copper wire requires you to use this wire cutter. Well, instead of doing that and doing the metal press to do it, we just took, actually it takes less than an ingot to produce one copper wire. So instead of just doing one for one, we created a bunch of these. I'm sorry, we're just putting in molten copper, and we're getting copper wire. So we have a bunch of the copper wire. So if I take these out and the nickel plates, like so, and we grab some glass, like this. We'll do one stack. How about that? And then we also grab some redstone, which I can never spell every single time. And if we just throw all this in here, you can see that we're going to create 3 vacuum tubes per. So we are going to automate this process. Now, to automate this, we need a engineer's, let's see here, an automated engineer workbench. Now, I have no idea how to create that, but we're going to try to get into that. I don't know of this episode, but maybe in the next one, because we need to go through the immersive engineering and create all the factories type stuff. I started reading a little bit about it, but we need to, what was it? No, I think it was just for the vacuum tubes that we need to do this. So we will get the automated engineer's workbench and then pipe this pipe this stuff into it and then just automatically create it, which will be fine and dandy. Now, I have been playing quite a bit with different things in this mod pack, and one of them is the Entangled Block. I had no idea. I went through JEI and I found this thing and I didn't know what it did, so I start playing around with it. If you have an entangled binder and the entangled block, you can basically entangle any item. So you can see here when I'm holding the entangled wand, or what was it, binder. You can see what item that I have this bound to. If I hover over this, you can see that this is bound to that one there, and then this one is bound to that one. So this was the last one I bound. That's why it's showing that it's selected. Now, with that, you basically wirelessly, up to 32 blocks or other dimensions, it says. I haven't tried that. You can basically manipulate this block just like it's this, if that makes any sense. Meaning, it's wirelessly transmitting between items, between here to there. Now, this will make a lot more sense when we're going to try to automate our Draconic Evolution crafting. And I think this is going to make life a lot easier. Now, we could also use a inventory reader on this, which will read this inventory here, which is in the entangled chest that's in here. And we can actually say, hey, is there an inventory in here, and then give us a redstone. Now, that's going to be important for when we are creating our, we're going to do the automation of, the Draconic Evolution. So when we're putting everything in the locations, which I think we're going to have like a total of 32 at some point in time, to craft our ultimate, or 30, no, 30, I think. I think we have 30 total singularities. Whatever. So this will allow us to send a signal to the center crafter. What is it called? Right here. The fusion crafting core. And if we send a signal to that, that will automatically trigger the craft. Now, I have played around with that in a previous couple episodes back. I think I just threw in like a redstone torch underneath there and then kicking it off. And that's kind of how I was crafting those power pots, just a little bit quicker. I could set up some kind of, mechanism to automatically just, like a timer or something along that lines, or like a repeater where it's just going to repeat the redstone and then just constantly tick it off. But reading the inventory of that center core, and then whenever that finally gets that what was it? I think it was, if I search up, Singularity. I think it gets us quantum entangled singularity. So we're going to need to create these as well. But if we look at the ultimate, yeah. So the quantum entangled singularity, and when that center core gets one of these, which we'll send in last, it will automatically just trigger that that signal. Now, the only way we can do that is to use a sorter. So this logistic sorter, sorry, from Mechanism. I had no idea. I've seen this. I've gotten it before. I haven't played with it. But this thing is insane. I wish I would have known about this sooner. This allows you to sort items and set settings, and that is why there's these colors. So if I click on shift right click, not on the very end, but like the right before there, you can change the colors. And now we can change this to, there's a whole bunch of color ranges here. So if we say red, we want, say, this particular item, if it goes in there, to go to red. We can have red and hit save. And there's a bunch of different settings. I don't think I have anything on me, no. But we can say, for instance, we want these to go to red, and then we hit save. That's automatically going to go to this chest, which is this one here, and you can see it's already in there. Like, it's gone. It's sorted. And you can do it by single items. So we can have single item on or off. If it's on, it means it's just going to send one single item versus having it off, which is going to send a whole stack. Now, in here, I believe you can change the size, and you can specify how many, like a minimum and maximum amount they're going to send. So you can say like, hey, I only want, say if there has to be 5 in there before it sends or starts sending, and then I want like maximum of 64 send at the same time. And then we can also do like fuzzy mode, and then if we want to allow default, which if we allow default, I think it's the default color here, and they'll automatically send like any items that are not in here or that are in here go into that specific color as well, that are not specified in the filter. And the filter allows you to specify the order in which things go, so you can change the priority up or down. So it's like really, really powerful, especially with the entangled blocks, because we can do some crazy things with this. Now, I played around with the entangled blocks with this matter condenser a little bit, and this is a little bit faster yet than what we worked on yesterday. And we could have probably cleaned up this this a lot more than what we have now. Well, this works for sure. But I have this block here, this condenser, also piped in for our cobble gen. So this, unfortunately, you can't access it. So you can't access the block from here, which is okay. I mean, that's not a big deal. But this is actually, I think, importing the singularities right now, as well as taking cobblestone. Yeah, you can see that I got rid of this cable going up to there. So we're getting singularities like crazy. As you can see, you know, the amount of singularities we have is awesome. So, I think in this episode, I want to try a few things that I have set up here in my bookmarks. Now, we have the supremium coal we have to produce. We have to get the vacuum cubes, as well as the HDPE sheets. Now, the HDPE sheets is something that I want to work on in this episode. And this is going to be something that I'm not sure if I talked about that. I think we did. I don't remember what episode, but we set this up here where we were taking water and we're separating it out to hydrogen and I can't remember what the other one was. Liquid oxygen, right? The only way we could store it in the system, in our ME system, was we can't store gases in the ME system. We have to use liquid. So we were converting it back into a liquid form. Now, at some point in time, we're going to have to I think we have to put it back into gaseous form. Let's see. Let's take a look at oxygen. Liquid oxygen, we have 277,000 buckets, and then liquid hydrogen, we have 475,000 buckets. So we have quite a few. But what we need them for is to create these sheets. Now, you have to have liquid ethylene, and then oxygen with a substrate to produce these HDPE, and it will produce, I think, oxygen. So to create this liquid ethylene, let's see here. I thought I kind of had this figured out. I guess I didn't. What are we producing here? Liquid hydrogen. How do we create this ethylene? I thought I had this figured out already. I don't. It looks like... Okay, so that is the byproduct of the water and hydrogen with biofuel, which is then creating the substrate, which will get the ethylene. So that's how we create the ethylene. Now, that goes into a gas form, and then from the substrate, we'll put 50 millibuckets in. So this creates 100 per. So we'll have an excess, technically. And then the substrate, you could pump... Oh, I guess we could take water and ethylene, put it back into the substrate, which is 100. So we produce 100 and 100. So this is 1 to 1. And then we could actually multiply it 8 times and get extra oxygen. But we need to take that ethylene that we produce. So I don't know if it's really going to be worthwhile to make this 8 times by running it again, because technically it takes 100, we produce 100. Yes, it makes more substrate, but in the end, we still need that ethylene anyhow to produce the substrate or the HDPE pellet. And we need quite a few. So we have the oxygen. It looks like we're going to have to convert the oxygen back into gaseous form, and we're going to need either liquid or the gas form of, or I guess no, it's liquid form of ethylene. So we're probably going to have to get that converted to, what is this? Okay, so we're going to have to convert that as well. And then once we have that, now can we do anything with the substrate? Like, I don't think so. The substrate, we can't make the pellets. Can't make the pellets into anything, can we? No, but we can use the enrichment chamber to take 3 pellets and make it into a sheet versus using 8 of them, which is awesome. So I think we're going to do that. So let's work on this. We're going to need some more of these, I think. This is going to be a little bit more complicated, I think, than I kind of hoped. Okay, so we're going to need some pressurized chambers. Let's grab some infused alloy and some used alloys. Let's make 20 of those. I think the basic ones... Oh, wait, we have enough basic. All right, let's just go ahead and get these all crafted up. Let's do this. Make a bunch of those. Make some casings, because I think we're going to have a few of these created. So we can kind of get things rolling here. That's an enrichment chamber. And then we need some basic... Oh, I guess we can only have one at a time. We'll do that. What do we run out of there? Dynamic tanks. Oh, we are out of buckets. Let's just make 16 buckets, throw that back in the system. Always good to have extra buckets. All right. Let's create a few of these in our system. So we're done with that. We are going to need some Sluice. Well, the other thing that I did want to try out was these Draconic wireless energy crystals. No idea. I've never used these before, but they seem pretty simple. Let's create the binder. All right, we needed to use the fusion crafting core for this. We need to create a couple of these. Relay. Let's see here. So I need to make these. So I need diamonds, wyvern energy cores. All right. Let's just grab a stack of diamonds. Let's grab a stack of these. They'll start producing. I think I need some wyvern cores, right? Yeah, we'll grab a stack, or not a stack. Let's make like 21 of them. Then, yeah, I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 diamonds and a wyvern core. Cool. Let's go produce these real quick. Now, I could automate this process. I gotta clean up what we got here. Using that method that I was showing before. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to set that up. We'll get there. But these should, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this will allow us to automate. Not automate, sorry. This will allow us to wirelessly transmit the power. Instead of having a bunch of these set up on the back here, we can just, like, bind them, I think. Not 100% sure. So we need 4 stacks of these. Throw these over. And then we need urban cores. All right, perfect. Hey, look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and craft these, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're done. We've got our 8. Now, we need to come in here and to create one of these. Now, the energy IO, I'm assuming, is going to be for your power. So let's just grab one of those. And that's going to be like our input power, I think. Let's grab a flux point. Hope I'm right about this. I look like a big dummy if I if I got this wrong. Let's go try it. Where should we try it? Here, let's just go down here and try it. Now, how do I... Let's set the relay. Let's just set it here. It's doing something. Links. 4 links. Let's set this down first. Set that down. Okay, cool. Links 4. So if we set the relay... Let's just set it right here. Now... Is that linked now? I have no clue. Is there like different modes? All right, let's just try. Block position save to tool. Can I... Can't click on anything. Let's see if I got this right. I should have played around this beforehand. So we have the wireless energy crystal, and then these are relays. Oh, so maybe we need these. Maybe we need that instead. Let's get rid of that. There. Yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong. So let's just create one of those. Throw those in there. And let's set this back up on... Nope, not on the ground. Don't destroy our floor. So wireless energy, throw there. So now can I... Okay, so it has wireless links and then links. So can I do that? Oh! I did something. Oh, it's getting power now. Oh, so it's not... okay, so it's basically sneak, and then you click. Oh my. So that uses 1. Okay. So you can only have 16... Now those lasers... Oh, they do go away. So you can only have... Oh, you can have 64 wireless connections. That is awesome. So can I now get rid of these? I want to... Now we kind of have to craft something. Why don't we craft more of these? Hold on. We need to create more... of the wyvern. Oops. I need the basic relays. We'll grab 4 of those. I think that's what we need. No. What was it? Oh, we need 1 of those. Now, I did notice that the ME system does not have like a crafting grid, which kind of sucks, like a wireless crafting grid. So like pulling stuff from here, but I did notice that the refined storage system does. And I kind of wish I could have best of both worlds, because it would seem pretty awesome. Okay, now let's see if all these get power from that. Oh yeah, I just had to unlimited power. Oh, you could see the little orbs going. Oh, that is so sweet. Yep, they're all powered up. That one's not powered. Oh, maybe that one wasn't being used. That is awesome. So we can wirelessly do the power. Now, with the entangled blocks, we could basically entangle each one of these. Instead of having cables running up and hitting each one of these, we could have these all being entangled in a different room, and then import the items into those. That makes sense. Even like the center one. So we could just have it nice and neat, like no wires being touching any of this stuff, and just autocraft it. That is awesome. All right, that is so cool. We could pump all the power we need. What's another thing? Oh, like right here. This would be a good example. I kind of want this up in the air. So we have another flex point, right? Oh. Let's grab some cobble. Here, it doesn't matter what we use here. Let's do... Can I not place block on top there? So if we do... I don't know what the distance is on this. Here, let's go up a little bit higher. Alright. So if we set the I.O. Say... I guess we could do the I.O. on the ground, right? So just place the I.O. here. Slap that on top of it. And then the crystal, something like so. And then let's bind this. Oh, that's not the right one. So we right-click this, and then just right-click it. Okay, so that's being powered. One thing we need to do is... Okay, that's set for unlimited. And then we shift right-click this, and then we can hopefully... Not valid. That's not working. Did I put the right crystal? Oh, I didn't put the right crystal. We don't have another one, do we? There. And we'll place this underneath that one, I hope. There we go. Cool. Okay, so they have a different, like, that's red. So there, and then there. So that should be transmitting to that. And then we shift right click this. Yes. The points of beams are a little odd. And then, what if we get rid of all these? Oh, they're staying powered. Holy crap, that's insane. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so much cleaner. That's just crazy. That is crazy. Now, I'm wondering. The only thing is that's cool. So you can kind of see the beam. So 4 inputs. That's 20. It shows the charge. So it is being... Yeah, it's keeping up. It's staying around 89%, which is fine. That's not a big deal. That is just cool. I'm digging that. I'm digging that big time. Cool. So I wasn't such a fool on that. So we could use this on this pressurized stuff as well. Then we can get rid of basically power. Like these all, we could have an extra interface to put some more ME interfaces on there. That's crazy. All right, let's work on this system now. Actually, I wonder if we shouldn't do it here. We'll do it... I'm wondering if we shouldn't move these paintings somewhere else. You know, we could put them down here. Let's put these paintings somewhere else. How about... Can we put them... That's not where I want it. Definitely not there. No. Doesn't seem like... No. We'll put them right here. Ah. I think these lights are going to be an issue. I need to go a little bit larger. There we go. I would like it down on the ground, but that's okay. And then we'll just place the lights, like, right there. That's cool. I like that. And then we will set our other one. Right here. Oh, see, that was on the ground. There we go. Oh, sweet. Then we can actually place our stairs. Well, probably best not to have the stairs there, I guess. We could have them, for sure. But what would I do with the lighting? Oh, maybe I'll do this. There. And there. Oh, they freak out a little bit. Because I think they're behind the painting. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I can put the stairs here then, no. Well, I could put them up there instead. Alright, let me figure this out. I'll be right back. Alright, so I decided to put them on the ground instead of up top. And just kind of have them something like that. And I add another light here to make it symmetrical. So we'll have them down here. And then it'll free up both of this whole wall, pretty much, for what we need to get done. So let's grab these pressurized tanks, and I think I'm going to just keep them away from the wall a little bit. And I think we're going to stack them. Oops. Alright, perfect. And I have, what, 5 here? Maybe I'll get a 6th one. And what we'll do is probably... So we have hydrogen. We'll need to put... We'll probably have to ME system them in. The gases. We'll need upgrades as well. Maybe we won't need this many. We'll just get one set up for sure. And we'll just change things back into the gas form. So let's grab a fluid export bus. Grab a couple of those, some cabling. We might need a P2P. Let's always grab the cable anchors just in case. There we go. Now I can't remember. I think these are all P2P. Yeah, it is. So we'll need to... do something like that with a P2P on it. And then... oh, that's off-center now. Can't have it off-center. There we go. And then the export, we'll start down at the bottom. I guess we have enough to put them all on here. There we go. And then we just need to get the liquid. I think I might use that wireless. Oops. I don't know if I had enough. That's the relay. Okay, so no, that's a relay crystal. So I have 2 relays. The binding. Oh, I don't have one of these. Let's create 2 of those. And then... might as well create a couple of these if I can. There we go. We only need 1. And then we'll set up the power. We're going to need power. Why don't we just plug it into here for the time being? Then the crystal can go... I'm kind of actually thinking maybe the crystal can go up in the middle of the room here. It can only hold 64, so maybe we'll just do there for right now. Let's bind that up. Shift click and then right click onto that. And then shift click onto this and then power all these up. There we go. Cool. Those should be all powered. Now, yeah, it's unlimited. All these are being powered. We should get some upgrades as well. Get those producing. So that is so much cleaner than having all that stuff. Let's go grab the gases. Or the liquids, I should say. We need some buckets. Now, if there's another way of pulling this stuff out, please let me know. Instead of like, if I could can I right click on this? No. It'd be really nice that it would just pull a bucket automatically for me instead of having to click on it. We actually don't need that many. So we're gonna need liquid hydrogen and then liquid oxygen. Because I think we need... what was the recipe again? Let's get rid of these now. Okay, so we need... that creates the oxygen. So the substrate... I do have a bunch of biofuel created as well. So hydrogen. So we're going to have to take the hydrogen and make it back into a gas form. Now, do we have anywhere we can hold it? We don't have any kind of like tank, do we? That's a good question. I think we ran into this before. I don't think a tank can hold on. They can only hold liquid. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember what the pipe was called. We need it. Here, we'll start throwing energy upgrades into here. It wasn't a pipe, because that's only going to be fluids. Fluids. Gases. So it's the pressurized tubing. Which we do have ultimate. Perfect. All right. Now, we have to then port them out. Now, maybe it's possible I can just have it export out the side. Gases, output, on. And then on the back side is input. Yeah. Me doing this right? Are we doing this right? I always question myself. Okay, substrate. So we are going to have to pipe in biofuel as well. So hydrogen and water. So currently we're only piping in one source. So we're going to have to get a water source here. As well. Oh, I'm stuck here. Water. And we'll pipe the water into the side. And we probably will put accelerations on these as well. Perfect. Fluids. Oh, can't eject. Why are you not... Oh, device offline. Oh, this is not even hooked up. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Let's go up here and try to find a suitable... Now let's go with this one. I don't think this one's hooked up to anything. There we go. These should all come back online now. And we will need to actually do something a little bit different here. I'm thinking that we should get some dense cables. And then we'll hook up the sides separate. Oh, that's dense. Oops. Like so. There we go. And now everything should start filling up. Yep, filling up with water. And then we will need to import our liquid hydrogen. So we'll do hydrogen here, hydrogen there. Maybe? What is red? we doing this wrong? Pressurized reaction. Yeah, hydrogen. Oh, wait. We need to convert this first. Oh. We need to we need to change it into crap. Okay. I'm gonna pause the video here and I'm gonna go ahead and set this up a little bit differently. I think we might actually go with yeah, this is not set up correct for this. Let me pause the video for a moment and figure out how I want everything kind of configured here. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've been messing around with this for a little bit, and what we need to do is this is actually going to create ethanol gas, and then we have to transform that gas back into a liquid, and then the liquid will go into here. So this is getting really complicated, but I did create some of the substrate, which is great. So this is what I have set up here. I have some entanglers, and those two entanglers are set up for these two pressurized reaction chambers, and those are being fed. So we should probably turn this back on. So those are producing the water and hydrogen required to run these two, or the hydrogen, I should say. And then those are going to create the substrate. Now, this should, I think I have, this is exporting the items down through here. I'm hoping that's how it's working, and then no, it looks like it's not. So we're going to have probably a way to transport this item down into here, or items down here, maybe another entanglement to kind of keep this as compact as possible. And then, but we need to take the output of these for the fluid, or the gas, and then change that into a fluid and then have it go down in here. This is so complicated. I think I made it more complicated than it needs to. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make that happen. Again, I'm gonna need an entanglement block, which I only have one more left. Let's see here. We're importing the items into these right here, the biofuel. Let me think here. We can maybe extract. Why don't we grab an importer? Maybe we can actually import the items. Let's do it on the back here. So we'll do something like actually we'll get rid of that. Okay. So I'm hoping what this will do is grab that substrate. They're both online. No, it's maybe I have it configured. Output. Now it's not exporting it. I did put import buses. I did. That should be working, actually. Not sure why. Output. Right, that is the... Yep. Unless technically this, maybe it's the front. I don't know exactly how to tell. Why don't we just have items... Is it going now? No. Now still not outputting anything. Shoot. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to do something like that. I mean, I can import the items in there, no problem, using an export, but import bus. Am I maxed or something? No. I mean, the channels show that they're alive, so it's definitely fine. It's just not allowing me to pull items out. I can push items in, but not pull them out, which... Let's grab this entangler here real quick. Yeah, it is that item. So I'm not going crazy here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get this done. I'm going to pause the video again, and I'm going to continue working on trying to figure this out, and I'll show you how I have it set up once it's all said and done. So I'll be back. All right, so I got everything set up. It's working. It is pumping them out like crazy. So I had to create another entangled block here. And so that entangled block is this one down here, this reactor, which is handling the importing and exporting of items into here. So we're putting in substrate. These other items here, or these other blocks are actually being, I think these top two here, are being imported. I'm sorry, these two here are imported the biofuel, and those are being processed and being sent out. Now we're currently out of... we out of water? I think we're currently out of water. Yeah, what I did not... don't have water piping into them. Oops. So I need to fix that. And of course, these are going to be these two here. Okay, let's see if we can fix that real quick. We need fluid export buses. We need 2 of them. We need some cabling. Okay, we'll throw those there. And that actually should work, just like that. And then we'll need to place a water bucket or water source, which we have a ton of water, so I'm not worried about water issues. Okay, and those are going to be on the front side. So, oh, all right, so they're automatically being filled up. Perfect. So that is fixed. Let's grab some acceleration cards, and we'll accelerate that input a lot quicker. There we go. Okay, so this is a real cobbled mess, but it works. It does work. I'm happy to say. So what's happening is up here, we're transforming the liquid oxygen back into oxygen. And that is then coming down into, let's see here. I think it comes down to the bottom here. Yep. So down at the bottom here is the oxygen. So you can see the pipe coming down and out. Now, this also exports oxygen. So we are having it export and going back into the system. It's going into the pressurized tank. Now, with the hydrogen is going into here and then down on the side. Now, when we're processing, this is going to create the ethanol in each one of here. And that ethanol creates 100 buckets per process, and that needs to go into a rotary condenser, which is then changing it back into liquid, and then the liquid is being outputted into the bottom here, and you can see the liquid ethanol. And that's, so the substrate, which is going into the system, being imported, so these are creating the substrates, and I have those 2 blocks entangled, so those are going into there and there. And those are going into our system. So if we go in here and we take a look at substrate, we can see that we have 1,380 some. It's, you know, quite a bit. And then they're being imported or exported out of the system into, or imported, I should say. No, exported, sorry. I think it's on the, let's see here. How do I have that set up? Yeah, right on the back here. It's a substrate. It's being pulled out of the system again into the back of this machine. And then that machine is putting the substrate in with the oxygen and the liquid ethanol or ethylene. And then that is creating our HDPE. Now, oh, these have water in them. I couldn't figure out how to get the water out. It won't let me export the water. So those just kind of collect it there. Now, we need to take this and set up an auto crafting. Now, this enrichment chamber would probably be the way to go. It takes 3 of them to create one of them. And I think HD, right? HDPE. Oops. HD. Okay. We'll grab one of those. And then I think we're just going to automatically create it. Hopefully I have an enrichment chamber up here that's free. Smelting, crushing, smelting, enrichment factory. So we can go into the export. These are all smelting, right? On the back side here, and we can say here, process that. That's also doing our redstone, but we will allow that to go. Now, all of them are upgraded. All the machines are upgraded as well. And down below, or all that is upgraded, so that's going as fast as possible. We should now be creating the sheets, which we are at a pretty fast clip. We want to import them into here because that's going to be one of our singularities. And I think we have only one more singularity to do. There we go. I'm trying to think what is... Oh yeah, it's the coal and Superium. So we might have to try to ramp the production of Superium up. We have 3,279. That's only... basically, it's only for... I think it takes 2 per craft. The coal Superium, right? So that's literally only 1 singularity, which is not good. Let's... why don't we create one? Just so we can put it on the board. And this will be the last one, I believe. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. No, we're missing one. What am I missing? I'm going to have to go through and see which one we're missing. All right. Well, I'll have to look and see which one we're missing. We're missing one of these. We don't have any way of processing these crystal shards automatically. I think I've been just going harvesting them. So we might need to go harvest some more or get those set up. But yeah, I think in the next episode, we'll work on the Superium and the Superium coal. And I think we might, let's see what we have for coal. Yeah, we have a ton of coal. We don't have to worry about coal. But we'll have to figure out how we can upgrade that. That is so sweet. Look at the power going. And maybe we'll upgrade some to the MK4s and look at the Draconic evolution gear and tools, since we have the Chaos Shards. That's what it was. So we have 10 of the Chaos Shards, which we can break them down into the smaller ones, and we can upgrade our gear to get, to be better. And we have to go kill the dragon, I think, again. I think one more time would be probably enough. Maybe a couple times. I'm not sure. We have to upgrade all our crafting injectors for that. And then also I want to automate this system so that we can automatically create the ultimate singularities. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to start creating the singularities so that we can get them going. And I'm thinking maybe over in this area here we'll start doing that. And then we can work on the rest of the items and kind of fine-tune what we need to get done. And I'd like to figure this out. Maybe I'll work on this in between episodes. Why? And see if there's another way I can get this so it doesn't stall out on me. Because we're going to need wood. We're going to need wood for the singularities. So, yeah, I think let's plan on this. Next episode, we're going to work on crafting the quantum compressors, and we'll get 30 of these set up and get them all ready and wired up, and then start setting up the sorting for it so that when the new items are going into the system, we can export them out to them. And that might just be, export from, yeah, I think it's just going to be exporting from our ME controller system. And we'll just wire it up down here. It'll be a great big, maybe it'll be a horizontal, I'm not sure. And we'll get them all started crafting right away so that we can, what did I just do? I had something in my hand. Maybe not. So we can get those crafted and see where we're kind of lacking and then get those fixed. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Glad you stopped by. If you finished all the way through this episode, I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.